Friends, welcome to Essence, our Women of All Ages evening at Norwich Salvation Army. Whenever we meet, there's always great conversation, worship, teaching, laughter, coffee and cake. And we can still share in most of that this evening as we look together at the story of Jonah. We heard a bit about him, didn't we, on Sunday during our online worship. Jonah was in lockdown for 3 whole days in the belly of a whale, and in his lockdown he found breakthrough. In his isolation moment, when he was vulnerable and frightened, he met with God and he encountered God in his lockdown, and transformation took place. He cried out to God and his prayer was heard. God interrupted his life schedule. Jonah was running from God, and so God sent a boat, a storm, a whale. Who says that life with God isn't an adventure? Friends, this whole season of life with the coronavirus pandemic is an interruption, isn't it? But I do believe that God uses interruptions and that he will bring about renewal and release and breakthrough. Yes, interruptions can be aggravating and sometimes infuriating, but how we handle interruptions actually tells us more about ourselves. The prophet Jonah's existence was interrupted by a call of God that would require a complete change of life. And it scared him enough to make him run in the opposite direction. Yet what seemed to be an unnecessary and useless interruption was really an opportunity for Jonah to be involved in something which the Old Testament world had never seen before. This interruption was really a divine intervention. And it held more adventure and possibility than he could ever have imagined. If you're anything like me, then you love to read. And this time of lockdown has blessed me with more time, particularly when I'm home in the evening. It's giving me that opportunity to read all those books that I've brought over the years in the hope that one day I would get a chance to read them. And one of those books is this one here, written by Priscilla Shearer, and it's entitled Interrupted, Life Interrupted, Navigating the Unexpected. And I want to share with you what I'm learning in these days. Attached to this video, you'll find a time of study and questions from this book. And she starts by saying that we, like Jonah, tend to run from interruptions. When major pains and minor problems cause a hiccup in our carefully calculated plans and goals, we head in the opposite direction. Who knows what we might be missing by running from what could very well be God's means of steering us toward the most magnificent outcome of our lives. So friends, go make yourself a coffee, treat yourself to some cake or fruit, and journey with Jonah and see what God has to say to you in this season of lockdown. May this interruption be helpful for you. May this interruption be a time of divine intervention. That's my prayer for us all. Enjoy.